What's up, CFR squad? Just when you thought that you heard all you needed to hear about Creed Aventus DNA, clones, etc., 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 during this journey, there was one fragrance that I feel is worthy of a full review. Stick around, let's see what we've got.
I finally found what I'm missing, and now you got all my attention. Driving me wild, got me wishing that you were all mine. You're irresistible, so refreshing. You're irresistible, tell the essence. Can feel your energy all over me. Close my eyes and I breathe in. You're irresistible.
Welcome back to Carolina Fragrance Reviews. I'm your host, Cam, and this fragrance that we're getting ready to talk about has already been dubbed the Aventus Killer. The king is dead, he's been dethroned or whatever, and there is something to be said with that. Now, granted, I always go with the OGs. Aventus is pricey, but there is a very, very good alternative, and it is Parfums Vintage Emperor and Emperor Extrait. I don't have the Extrait here. I did have a sample. I did do side by sides. This is the Eau de Parfum, and of course it's the Extrait. It is a little more beast mode than this one is, but if you guys are looking for the vintage smelling Creed Aventus, I have smelled many different variations of batches, more fruity batches, more smoky batches, with the green apple, with everything. But if you're looking for that vintage, hard to find Creed Aventus batch, Emperor or Emperor Extrait is going to get the job done for you. There have been numerous other fragrances that have been inspired by Creed Aventus that are really good. This is my personal bottle. You can see I have been wearing this. I bought this out of my pocket. Actually, I bought it from today's sponsor. Today's sponsor is Mark Mobley from myfragrancesamples.com. You can actually go to www.myfragrancesamples.com and buy full presentations of all the Parfums Vintage fragrances. These are the only fragrances that he actually carries the full presentations on. Use our discount code CFR15 to get 15% off on these samples, but unfortunately there is not any discount on these bad boys. But back to the review. Honestly, there are some good ones out there. There really is, but as far as your performance, longevity, and true to a Grail batch or a vintage batch of Creed Aventus, Parfums Vintage is, if it's not the very best one, I'd guarantee, we're gonna go with my personal opinion, it's in the top 2, top 3 of the best I've ever smelled. Actually, I'll roll back one and say, as far as the Grail batches, that one right there definitely is yeah, that's the best one. And as far as being as close as it possibly can be to that Grail batch. Now, there are other batch variations that I think some of these other companies have actually done better with the fruitier batches or whatever. There's 3 that come to mind that I know that are really good. But as far as the Grail batches, if that's what you guys want, the more smoky batches where you have the birch and the smokiness is the main thing, and you definitely get that good blast of sweet pineapple, but this is a very smoky batch. The top notes for Emperor are pineapple, apple, juniper berries. Heart notes are bergamot, rose, and jasmine. Base notes are patchouli, musks, ambergris, vanilla, and birch. That is that iconic note breakdown that you guys know, and actually is the exact same note breakdown for the Extrait and the Eau de Parfum. Now, Emperor and Emperor Extrait are not what I would call like a cheap alternative. But if you actually go looking for those Grail batches and do the pricing on them, if you can find them, they are hairy expensive. So yes, this is an inexpensive alternative to Grail batches. And this is definitely, folks, I've smelled them all. You've seen them on this channel. Andrea from Curly Scents, she got to smell all of them. So there's a couple people I know roaming around who've actually smelled the holiest of holy grails. This one definitely knocks the vintage batches out of the park. I just felt like I needed to do a full review on a fragrance that I actually do wear on heavy rotation. Little side note, my buddy JB and I like to we like to talk to each other about what we like to layer. This layered with Juice Box Cheeky Smile. These two fragrances were made for each other. That's just a little free tip right there. JB hit me up one day, he's like, son, you need to try this. And yeah, they were made for each other. Unbelievable. We are in the summer of blends and hybrids and all that. I just gave you a tip for a killer hybrid right there. All right, that's gonna wrap it up for today. I hope you enjoyed this content. Make sure, if you did enjoy it, if you're not subscribed, please do so. Hit that notifications bell, smash that like button, and we'll see you next time on Carolina Fragrance Reviews.